My portfolio is so hot, I have to wear shades. Yeah, it's true. So we've got Ethereum at 35%. I'm going to give the bull and bear case, the positive and negative case for every holding. So all of you people who can't handle hearing anything negative about a coin you own, I'm going to need you to turn off the video now, go get some tissues, and who's supervising you? What are you doing? Okay, so we've got Ethereum. They're number one in my book because they are the biggest, the most transactions per day. Their platform's like 4 years old. All of their competitors have just launched or are soon to launch. And they, obviously been successful with launching ICOs. But they also have, Omizgo is a payment platform that's about to launch. There's some other applications that are working on launching. Estonia, a country, is looking to launch their own coin for the country. So there's a lot of activity, and they have a great team. Vitalik Buterin. So that's the bull case. The negative story is they sort of can't scale fast enough. They have problems with that. Some of the applications, turns out, they're going to take years. Maybe people aren't interested like we thought they would be, or they don't work at first. So the bear case is that this takes longer than we expect, which obviously hurts the value. Okay, Bitcoin, BTC, I have it 30%. So Bitcoin, the thing about Bitcoin is I only move money around with Bitcoin. I tried moving it with Ethereum one time. Both exchanges had it, and long story short, I lost my Ethereum. Yeah, that was annoying. I always also trade just a little first every time you go somewhere new, make sure it works. So anyways, Bitcoin you use to move money, and Bitcoin has the name share. When CNBC talks about this, they talk about Bitcoin. They don't talk about cryptocurrency. They don't talk about Ethereum. They talk about Bitcoin. And some countries have passed laws. They didn't pass laws on cryptocurrency. They passed laws on Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's not going anywhere. But the negative story on Bitcoin is the technology. I mean, this proof of work mining is crazy. I think it's going away eventually everywhere. All of these other networks I have here are proof of stake. Well, Ethereum is moving to proof of stake. So that's a better system, mining. So Bitcoin's technology and, who does the upgrades? There's no leader at Bitcoin. It took them 2 years to do the last upgrade, 2 years of fighting. I mean, so, and even as it is right now, Bitcoin could not handle all the volume that's coming on. And I don't think they will be in the future. So, but for now, I still got 30%. Right now, they are the leader. So, okay. Then we have IOTA, 10%. So I did a video on IOTA. And their thing is, so they're not smart contracts. IOTA, and it's not even a blockchain, it's the Tangle. Their thing is, they say they can do 300,000 transactions per second for free. So that's pretty cool. But they haven't, I don't know that anyone's launched on their platform yet, but they're working with great companies, a lot of health companies. I don't know, that looks really interesting. But they haven't launched yet. I mean, they just launched. That's why it's only 10%. Then I have Stellar Lumens. I like, they're a payment network. So that was forked from Ripple. It's sort of the same model as Ripple, but where Ripple is big banks, Stellar Lumens, they started in Nigeria. They're starting with small money co-ops. It's an interesting angle, and to me, it's a good play on Africa, because I think Africa is going to have a lot of action because there is no banking system that people are invested down there. So Stellar is, I think, the best play for Africa. Although I'm not an expert on Africa. If anyone knows of better ideas, please let me know. Okay, then we've got Omizgo at 10%. So Omizgo looks like the first real payment platform. Omizgo, although they haven't launched yet, so they're new, which I usually don't like, Omizgo has been in the payment processing business, big in Asia for, 4 years maybe? So that's pretty cool. And their team developing this thing is the who's who of Ethereum developers, blockchain developers. So an awesome team. The bear story By the way, did I mention, I forgot the bear story on Stellar, but the bear story on Ripple, I'm sorry, Omisgo is, they haven't launched, maybe it's too slow, maybe companies don't take it on, although I heard a rumor that they're working with the McDonald's. So this is sort of, I don't know, that's a rumor. I haven't seen that in the news, but that would be cool. But as of now, I don't know who's using them for processing. So again, the Omisgo negative story is probably just takes a long time, a lot longer to take off than we hope. Okay, so Stellar, the negative story on that is, Ripple eats their lunch. It's the same model. Jed McCaleb at Stellar started Ripple. It was his idea. And now Ripple's getting all the banks. And maybe, I don't know. My guess is they both sort of remain in their own space, at least for a while, right? One's Africa, one's the U.S. I don't know. But where was I? So the negative story in Stellar is they're starting with all the small people, and it turns out it's easier to get people who have a lot of money to start using financial systems than people who are starting with less. I don't know. But and the other thing is, I don't know what's going on in Stellar. It's hard to get information, So that's another negative. Did I say the negative on IOTA is that they haven't launched, and this Tangle is new. Maybe the Tangle gets tangled. Turns out that when you have 300,000 transactions, after 2 years you can't find them or something. 300,000 transactions per second for 2 years, and then they find it gets tangled or something strange. So probably not. I'm not a mathematician, and most likely, and these mathematicians are pretty confident about it, so that's probably not the case, but still, again, until things launch. That's why I like Ethereum and Bitcoin. They've launched, right? They work. It's up. We love dreaming of the good story, but sometimes shit doesn't work. And then I got Ripple at 5%, which I like Ripple. Like I said, it's a payment network just for sending money for free immediately. Transactions in 3 seconds for free. And they're working with all the big banks. Looks like they're not going away. I shouldn't say all the big banks. They have like 100 bank partners compared to everybody else who has like 0. So, they have a great lead there. Looks like a cool company. It's not going away, but their coin, they sort of talk it down, and they want it to be steady. On one hand, it's negative because they want to keep it steady, so they don't want it to shoot up and go to the moon like these other ones, and it's not as sexy as the others because it's probably they're trying to keep it steady. But at the same time, the good news is they're trying to keep it steady. There's nothing wrong to be said. Like, I love the 10-year view. And hey, if they've kept it steady, growing nicely for 10 years, it's going to be, we'll look back and smile, right? And the other thing I wanted to say, because I just got all this organized and, what I have, what I'd want. This is my dream portfolio. But let me tell you something. Are you organized? I mean, seriously, I'm an organization freak. I have spreadsheets. I pay people to watch my money, take care of my money, run the numbers. And I'm organized, and I have a database that I keep stuff. And I'll tell you what, I see people with like 40 ICOs. People are going to lose their money, not just from investments going bad, but from actually losing the keys. Like, it's, I hope you're organized. For anybody who has more, I got, 6. And I'm pretty organized. And remember, it's like, oh, I know it all. Yeah, okay, something happens, you get distracted, 3 months go by, and you're like, oh, my coins, they were just in the news, they went up. What the fuck is my key? Where did I hide it? So no one could find it, including me? And when there's no more mining, we can go to junkyards and dig for hard drives and USB drives, right? That'll be the new mining, finding people's, you find their USBs. I've heard multiple people say how they threw out the goddamn USB with 32 bitcoins that they bought for 45 cents. We're going to go mining in the junkyards. All right, thank you. Love to hear your feedback.